Hey class, so today for math, remember how yesterday we talked about money combinations? So remember, money combinations is adding two coins together to get a bigger value or more money, okay? So yesterday we watched this video, the money song, and that reminded us of how much each coin was worth, and if we combine the coins together, how much money we will make. So we're gonna review this lesson again, and we're going to watch this money song together so we can remember how much each coin is worth, and then if we combine them, how much money we have. So we're going to listen to the money song together. So count your money.
Hey children, it's time to count your money. You have to make sure it's correct. Let's make sure you know how to count your money. Count your money. Come count your money. Count it every day. Count your money. Come count your money. Count it everywhere. Count your money. Come count your money. Count it every day. Come on. Count your money. Come count your money. Count it everywhere. A quarter equals 25 cents. A quarter equals 25 cents. A quarter equals 25 cents. 25 cents. What did you say? A quarter equals. A quarter equals.
So how much does a quarter equal? Yes, good job. A quarter equals 25 cents.
A quarter equals. Good job. You got it. A dime equals 10 cents. A dime equals 10 cents. A dime equals 10 cents. 10 cents. 10 cents. Count your money. Come count your money. Count it every day. Count your money. Come count your money. Count it everywhere. Count your money. Come count your money. Count it every day. Count your money. Come count your money. Count it everywhere. A nickel equals 5 cents. A nickel equals 5 cents. A nickel equals 5 cents. 5 cents. 5 cents. A penny equals 1 cent. A penny equals 1 cent. A penny equals 1 cent. 1 cent. 1 cent. A dollar equals 100 cents. A dollar equals 100 cents. A dollar equals 100 cents. 100 cents. 100 cents. A dime equals 10 cents. A dime equals 10 cents. A dime equals 10 cents. 10 cents. 10 cents. Count your money. Come count your money. Count it every day. Count your money. Come count your money. Count it everywhere. Count your money. Come count your money. Count it every day. Count your money. Come count your money. Count it everywhere. A quarter equals. A quarter equals. You got it. A quarter equals. Good job. A nickel equals.
Can anyone raise their hand and tell me how much a nickel is worth? Yes, good job. A nickel is worth 5 cents.
A nickel equals. A nickel equals. You're doing good. Good job. A dime equals.
Can anyone raise their hand and tell me how much a dime equals? Good job. Yes, a dime equals 10 cents.
A dime equals. You got it. A dime equals.
10 cents.
Good job. A penny equals.
Can anyone raise their hand and do they remember how much is a penny worth? Good job. A penny is worth 1 cent.
A penny equals.
1 cent.
A penny equals.
1 cent. 1 cent. 1 cent.
Hey, count your money. Come count your money. Count it every day. Count your money. Come count your money. Count it everywhere. Count your money. Come count your money. Count it every day. Count your money. Come count your money. Count it everywhere. It's a quarter. It's a nickel. It's a dime. It's a penny. It's a dollar. It's a dollar. Go make your dollars. Go make your dollars. Hey.
Awesome, friends. So now that we reviewed our money song that we listened to yesterday, and remember, our money song reminded us of how much each coin was worth. So remember, a quarter equals 25 cents, a dime equals 10 cents, a nickel equals 5 cents, and then we know that penny equals 1 cent. So for our learning target today, our learning target is we're going to solve real life problems involving time and money. Today we'll refresh our memory about what we've learned yesterday, which was different combinations of money. And remember, does anyone know what combinations of money means? Yes, good job. It's adding two coins together or more than two coins together to have a bigger what? Value. Yes, it means more money. So the more coins we add together, the more money we'll have. And so remember, combination means adding two or more coins together. We're going to do a quick review about money. And so I'm going to tell you, we're going to do combination of money, and I'm going to tell you at least two coins that you're going to add together on your whiteboard. So first I'm going to need you to get your whiteboard out and your marker out, and I will wait for all of y'all to do that. Great job. So now that you got your whiteboard out and your marker out, I'm going to tell you two different coins. So your job is to draw the coins on your whiteboard, and then you're going to add them together. So you're going to combine them. So for our first one, we're going to do 3 review questions. For our first review question, I want you to add a dime and a nickel. So a dime and a nickel. So go ahead and draw your dime on your board, and then do a plus sign, and then draw your nickel and do an equal sign. So remember, plus is adding our two things together, and our equal sign is going to tell us our total, our sum. So can anyone raise their hand and tell me how many cents, what our total is? Yes, now we have 15 cents because a dime is worth 10 cents and a nickel is worth 5 cents. So we added 10 plus 5. 10 plus 5 equals 15. Great job. Now for our next review problem, we're going to do a dime plus a quarter. So go ahead and draw your dime on your board. So your dime plus a quarter and then an equal sign. How much? If I have a dime and a quarter, how much money do I have? Yes, 35 cents, because we know a quarter is 25 cents and a dime is 10 cents. What is 25 plus 10? Yes, 35. Great job. You're doing an awesome job. For our next problem, our next review problem, we are going to do a quarter plus a quarter. So if I have 2 quarters, how much money do I have altogether? So remember, draw your quarter on your board, then a plus sign, and another quarter equals how much? Yes, 50 cents. If I have 2 quarters, I have 50 cents because a quarter is worth 25 cents and another quarter is worth 25 cents. So if I have 25 cents and 25 cents, I have 50 cents. And how much, this is a trick question. If I have 50 cents, how much more do I need to get to make $1? Yes, 50 cents. And you can have 4 quarters and that makes $1. Okay, so now that we're talking all about money, what do you have money for? Why do we need money? Yes, we need money to buy stuff. We need money to buy stuff. Perfect. So can anyone think of any ideas of what we might want to use money to buy stuff with? Yes, toy cars, candy, clothes. Good job. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to watch another video, and this video is going to help us get ideas of things we can buy money with and combinations of money, and it will remind us of how much each cent is worth. So now we are going to watch the Counting Coins song.
One penny is worth 1 cent. 1 nickel's worth 5 of them. 1 dime has a value of 10. 1 quarter's worth 25 cents. 5 pennies make a nickel, and cents is is worth 5. 2 nickels make 10 cents. That means they're worth a dime. A quarter's 25 pennies. But let's make it shorter. 2 dimes and a nickel also equal a quarter. I bought 1 delicious dill pickle.
So you could buy a
For
dill
2
pickle.
dimes, a quarter, and a nickel. To find out how much I spent, I counted them up cent by cent. I started with a quarter, it was worth 25 cents. Each dime was worth 10, so I added both of them.
So we combined them.
45. And then there was a nickel. I added 5 and paid 50 cents for the pickle.
So he paid 50 cents for his pickle.
Penny's worth 1 cent. 1 nickel's worth 5 of them. 1 dime has a value of 10. 1 quarter's worth 25 cents.
He's buying ice cream. This could be another idea.
With 4 pennies, 3 quarters, and a dime. The ice cream lady looked in silence. And then she counted up my cents.
She combined them.
3 quarters, 25, 50, 75. Then she added the dime. The 10 cents made 85. The 4 pennies left made it 89. So it was 89 cents for the ice cream. I ate until my shirt popped at the seam. 1 penny is worth 1 cent. 1 nickel's worth 5 of them. 1 dime has a value of 10. 1 quarter's worth 25 cents.
On the penny is the 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. He wrote the Gettysburg Address and the Emancipation Proclamation. The 3rd president is Thomas Jefferson. He's on a nickel or 5 cents. He was the main author of the Declaration of Independence. The dime has Franklin Delano Roosevelt, President 32. He instituted the New Deal and led America through World War II. Finally, on the quarter is the first president, George Washington. He was the commander-in-chief during the American Revolution.
1 penny is worth 1 cent. 1 nickel's worth 5 of them. 1 dime has a value of 10. 1 quarter's worth 25 cents.
5 pennies make a nickel.
In cents it's worth 5. 2 nickels make 10 cents. That means they're worth a dime.
A quarter's 25 pennies.
But let's make it shorter. 2 dimes and a nickel also equal a quarter.
Awesome, friends.
.com for exclusive.
So our counting coin song gave us some ideas of what we could use money to buy. So now that we have that for our activity today, our lesson, we are going to create a song. In our song, you are going to use money to buy something. So we need to think of ideas. We're going to brainstorm ideas for our song. So what I want you to do is I want you to get out a pencil and a paper, and we're going to draw 5 circles. So we're going to brainstorm. We're going to put our big circle in the middle. So I want everyone to do that. We're going to put a big circle. And I want you in the middle of that circle, just write money, because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about money. Okay, so just like this. And now I want you to think of 2 things that you could buy with money. So you're going to draw a line and a circle, and another line and a circle. Okay, one thing I could buy with money is candy. So I'm going to write candy in my circle. I want you to think of one idea that you could buy with money. Another thing that I could buy with money is ice cream. So I'm going to write ice cream. And if you don't know how to spell these words, if you don't know how to spell ice cream, you are more than welcome to draw a picture. You can draw a picture. It's up to you. You pick. Or you can sound it out. I want you to try your best. Okay, so now that we have 2 ideas, and these ideas are going to be in our song. Next is you're going to draw 2 combinations of money. So remember, combinations can be 2 or more coins that you're adding together. So I'm going to do my first combination. I am going to do a penny and a dime. So I went ahead and drew a penny and a dime. Can anyone tell me how much that equals? So if I have a dime and a penny, how much money do I have? Yes, 11 cents. Perfect. Now I want you to think of one combination of money, and I want you to write or draw that in your circle. Perfect. Now we're going to do our last bubble, and this one is going to be another combination of money. So I'm going to go ahead and do mine. I'm going to do a nickel, or not a nickel, sorry, a quarter and a nickel. Yes, a quarter and a nickel. So I drew my quarter, and then I drew my nickel. So when you draw it, you can just put the amount of how much it is, so 25 cents, and then a nickel, remember, is 5 cents. So if I have a quarter and a nickel, how much money do I have all together? Yes, 30 cents, because we know that a quarter is 25 cents and a nickel is 5 cents. So 25 plus 5 is 30. Okay, so now that we have our two things that we could buy with money and our money combinations, and we know that we're talking about money, we are going to come up with a song. So you are going to think of a song title. My song title is going to be Bye. You pick what you want your song title to be. You're going to write that at the top of your paper. Next is, after you have your title, we're going to think of song lyrics. So when you write your song lyrics, you can write them about you're going to write them about your bubbles. You're going to write them about your bubbles, and you're going to talk about what you can buy and how much it's worth. So for my first lyric, I'm going to put my first song lyric. I'm going to write, I want ice cream. And I want you to write whatever song lyric you would like. And I want you to do something different than me. It's not going to be the same thing. They're all going to be different songs. So I want ice cream is my first lyric. My second lyric is going to be, ice cream is 11 cents. So I wrote my lyrics. Okay? I want you to go ahead and, now that we have our brainstorm, I want you to take a minute to write your song lyrics. And I did my ice cream, so I'm going to do a check. And I did a check for 11 cents. So now all I got to write about is candy and 30 cents. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to write your song lyrics. Awesome, great job. Now that you wrote your song lyrics, I'm going to have you partner up with someone, and I want you to sing those song lyrics. So for example, if I'm going to have a partner and I am partnered with Susie, we're going to sit across from each other and we're going to sing our song lyrics. So first I'm going to tell her, Susie, my title of my song is Bye. And then I would proceed to sing my song. I want ice cream is 11 cents. And then I would keep going with my other lyrics. So, candy is very sweet. It can cost you 30 cents. So I sang my song lyrics to Susie, and now Susie will tell me the title of her song, and then she will sing song lyrics to me. Once you sing to a partner, then you're going to go back to your seat. If you are singing with your partner, you can give them, or if you are when you're with your partner, you can give them positive feedback, okay? Make sure you're telling them the way you're telling them with your tone of voice. If there's anything they might need to change or anything you think they should add, be sure to vocalize that. Tell them your opinion, but in a nice way. So today we brainstormed, and then now you're writing your lyrics. Once your lyrics are all done, I want you to raise your hand, and then I'm going to put you with a partner, and y'all are going to sing your lyrics together. Awesome job today, guys. I'm very proud of you, and y'all all did a great job. I like that I was able to walk around and listen to people singing their lyrics, and then there was also people that were giving great feedback to their classmates, and that is going to help them improve. So that was awesome. And I think we did a great job today of meeting our learning target by talking about real life things that involved money. We talked about buying real life things and how much it might cost. And that was awesome. We were able to tie this lesson into our learning target and involve music to make it very fun and interactive. So I'm glad that y'all enjoyed creating your own song, and listening to 2 of the money songs. Y'all did a great job in math today, and tomorrow we will have something we will add on to this lesson. So great job today, guys.